There are many of them, and they help redeemers. So they have a public song group. That's beautiful. That's awesome.
Well, thank you for that. That's a good interpretation. I appreciate it. That was
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. If it's gonna be fine, that means it's already fine. That's the Rabbi says. Shine good, right?
The Rabbi says the beer are already done.
The beer has already been drinking. Now we've had hors
The
d'oeuvres.
beer has gone down.
I've been finding out what that means that the beer we're reading are done. It's just crazy.
It is pretty crazy. There's a
no
thing for that
reason.
resale that
Here's the other one. Can't hardly wait. Phone, you're quiet. It's like a graduating, high school graduating party.
Yeah.
He has like beer for the first time. He spits it out. He's like, the beer's gone bad. Nobody drink the beer. Oh man! Everyone's just staring.
Tzadik Aleph and Aleph. We're on the where the wide lines begin. We're 3 lines down, or maybe more. Hang on a second. I forgot how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carry the wide.
Wait a minute. This is where we have the whole thing. It's easy.
5 lines down.
Gita Nashe.
5 lines down. Gita Nasha, right? So we learned last week about the story in Vayetze of Yaakov in the dream and the ladder. So that was on the next page. Actually, the story is because why is the next page? Because we're talking about the story of Yaakov wrestling with the Malach. The whole in Gita Nasha, this parak starts about 1 page before on page Testament base. So now we get to tell like it's parak Gita Nasha, and it's Masechtas Chullin talks about the kashrus laws. Most of the kashrus laws are found in Masechtas Chullin. B'challah, taruvis, all that thing, and get what your proper shchita, etc. So all these kashrus laws are found in Chullin, and we get to the part about Gita Nasha, about the sciatic nerve, something like that, whatever it's called. It runs around. It runs on the left side, or back of maximus, glutamus, dorsalis, Finnegan's Wake. By James Joyce. Great read. Did you have a year? Okay? If you want to brush up on your Irish. And then read Ulysses. Okay. So we're about 4 lines down. So last week we said about that. Why did we start talking about Yaakov's dream? Because it says that the sun rose for Yaakov at the end of this wrestling, at the end of this experience with the Malach. Mm-hmm. And they say, so Rabbi Kiva asked his rabbis there, why does it say the sun rose for him? It just rose for him. So it says, no, it's specific. The sun that set for him early in Vayetze, when he left Beersheba, and he got to that place, and Hashem made the sun set for us. He would sleep there and have that dream. That sun who would rose early, now that set early for him, not to rise early. So that's why it went kind of out of order there. But we're going to go back to the beginning of the story of the Gita Nasha. So we got 4 or 5 lines. The famous Shubin Levi, Tzadik Aleph and Aleph.
Rabbi, also the sun that would set the Schus Yaakov is also the sun that rises the Schus Yaakov. Yaakov is the one who, in his merits, has the sun set and the sun rises.
That's the sun. That's why geocentric and egocentric are the same letters. First, has got to realize that the sun rises and sets, and he is the center act focal point of reality. Which will need live it on. If you're a man, it's very easy to go from egocentric to geocentric and back and forth. Yeah. But we could say, it's Chus Yaakov. Not us. Okay, Shubin Levi Yomar. Now, so they have the whole discussion in Gemara. Which side is the side that the Nash is on? Is it the right side? Is it the left side? And how will we know? Is it both sides? So Shubin Levi Yomar. Famous Shubin Levi. Amar Karo, the Pasuk says, Ba'abaka Yimai. That like he hugged him. Kadam Shechebik. It's chaveri that when a person hugs his friend, so your friend, your right is on his left, right? And his right is on your left. When you bring your hand around, so it's going to be on the other side, it's going to be on his right side. So that's a bear hug. That's not a simple hug. Well, you don't know for such hugs. I try to give you, but you're always like, Come here, let's demonstrate. For the viewers at home.
This is my right hand.
Yeah. Bring it in. Bring it. Not up there. Down here. Lower down, dude. It's all right. This is what we got at night at cable. The kids won't be able to watch it. Little lower, dude. But let me never say. Bring your hand around. Come to the right side. Right now you're lifting for the rest of your life.
Oh, I see.
Until the sun comes up in your heels.
Got it. So my right hand would wound someone's right.
Right. Your right hand would ruin his right thigh.
Around.
Yeah, because it wasn't a regular just, hey, pat on the back, hug, good job today, you know, and they were going at it.
And this is the opposite of that whole thing of like, I don't remember what it is.
That's what Rabbi Shmuel Levi says. That's what he wants to say. He says that the vayabik is from a chibuk. And when you hug someone, then your right side is going to turn around and end up being on his right side.
Okay.
So he was kind of maybe crouching, whatever. We're going to find the Gemara is going to explain, get into the details of where he was. So great Gemara.
Where's the last for?
5 lines down, 6 lines down for where the wide lines begin. Right, so into the wide lines.
I just got onto the mechabik lane.
Right, that's what mechabik. Like you're thinking of like something more friendly.
Thinking about sciatic nerves at that point.
Right. No, that's fine. That's right. I understand that. You're a lover, not a fighter. That's good.
Okay,
I like that. You're ish tama. You're like Yaakov. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. The sun dried and said for you, Taya. Yod migat kavi mini shachaveri. Rabbi Shmuel ben Achmani Amar. Ka'evid kechavim. He says, Yaakov was picking up this, these little pach, whatever, was standing over there, and he saw this guy. He saw this guy in front of him. He saw this guy, and he looked like he figured this guy's a non-Jewish person. He's not non-Jewish, he's an idol worshiper. And they didn't just have some guy then. He thought he was an idol worshiper. The Amar Mar, the Mar says, Yisrael, Shintabalayev Kechavim, B'derech, Tafely meaning, well, if you're walking on the way and a non-Jew and an Ivy Kacham is in front of you, keep them on your right side. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Okay? So you can know what he's doing. Keep him on your right side if you're righty. So he comes in, bam, bam, oh, that's right. Yeah, and if he's on your left side, he can take it, like my left hand is a little bit, it's like a claw, like a paw. It doesn't do anything, I'm trying to get it to work. So he can have the advantage. So keep the guy on your right side. It's a good strategy for those of you who are minoring in MMA.
Minoring, huh?
Dabbling, whatever. Who he meets Ivy Kacham on the way. Tafely minute, keep him on his right. Rav Shmuel Baracha kamed Rav Papa mishmei Rav Bat Ula Omar. That's a tongue twister. Okay, so Rav Shmuel Baracha maybe David for the same Imre, maybe Gula Oilam. That's what we see in the Gemara. We always say this was the name of this way. So Rav Shmuel Baracha, who was in front of Rav Papa, who said in the name of Rabbi Bar Ula, and he says, "Ketalmid Chacham Nidmala." He thought this guy was a Talmid Chacham. Remember, we're talking about the East, we're talking about the Malach. Yaakov Avinu doesn't know he's a Malach. He sees a guy. He sees an image of a person in front of him. So what happens is everybody, Rabbi Shmuel Levi says they're going for a hug. Right? They wrestle like that. The other guys say that he sees him in front of him and he keeps him on his right hand. You're supposed to be an Avodah Chachavim, keep him on your right side. Talmid Chacham in Malay, he says he was like a Talmid Chacham. Damar Mar, like Mar says, Hamahalach liyamin Rabbi. If a person's walking to his rabbi's right, to the right of his rab, how does a boor? This is a boor. He's a boor. He's like he's an imbecile. Sorry. But Abanan machoreha. So the Mar says he would kept him on his left, right? So Rashi says, "Ketalmid Chacham v'chilek leYaakov kaved kivu hu Rabbi v'tiflei liyaminei k'dei sheYaakov l'shmal hamalach." So Yaakov goes on the same thing. Yaakov goes on the Malach's left. Right? So he's to the right of Yaakov still. So everyone says that he keeps him on his right. But once it's because he thought of a Chacham, and once it's because he thought he was a Talmid Chacham. Because you're not supposed to walk to the right of your Rav. Out of cover, yeah, because that's like I don't know. It's like being like haughty or something, or that's being imbecilic. Like the Gemara. Back then, they understood the hierarchy is more defined. But the Rabbanan say machareha also that the guy come up from behind him V'neshaya b'teravayu, and hit him on both sides. The guy stuck up behind Yaakov Avinu and smacked him on both sides of the leg. According to Rabbanan, that there was actually a wrestling match that took place before. How did they darsh that? They needed as follows. Rabbi Shua ben Levi, like Rabbi Shua ben Levi did. Rabbi Shua ben Levi melamed shahalu avak menaglei sam ad kisei kavli. Because he says, what's the avaka that they kicked up dust and the dust went up to all the way to kisei kavli. From this match, from this what?
From their legs.
Yeah, they kicked up the dust from their legs. That they kicked up dust from their legs all the way to them.
Like he kicked up dust, like to try to kick dust in the guy's face or something,
No,
or
fighting.
just because they were fighting, there was so much stuff.
Right, because of the scuffle.
Right.
It was to the death match or whatever.
Doesn't it say openly that they were fighting and he saw that he couldn't win him?
That we're going to get to that.
And then he hit him, so obviously that means that he was in the middle of. He didn't just do it all of a sudden.
Right, that's the trial under the bunner. What do you mean? Just came up in a minute. So what do you have? The viabika, the whole the pasuk says that there was a match. You know that there was they were involved. It wasn't just like a surprise attack thing, and then it's over. So the Rashi brings down why each one says its opinion. So look at the Rashi the Rabbanan in the second to the
We learned this in camp.
Okay, if you look at Rashi, 2 lines before the wild line starts. He thought it was an idol worshiper. Yaakov thought that this guy never come. The Tavli he kept him on his right, so he'd be ready to grab him if he jumped at him. And the thigh that was close to that was what was affected. So he says it's on the right side. Tafli meaning to the right of the Euphrates. Kedam chacham nidmalei, or yeah, you keep your friends right. So and the other pshat says tam chacham bechilik leYaakov kovik. Yaakov gave him kovik kilu hurabi as if it was his robe. V'tofli yimini and he kept him on his right. Kadesh Yaakov l'shemar l'malchus that Yaakov be on the left of the malach. How does the board? Anyone who goes to the right tam chacham the board ein bechachmas derech. This isn't derech. Rabban, and now Rabban, they say it's both. Why? The plea of Rabbi Yehuda, they argue on Rabbi Yehuda, but Asi B'Tervayu, they say both sides of Gid and Asher's Asher. Both Gid and Asher's Derek nerves on both sides of an animal, right. Both sides of an animal's Asher, both of the filet mignon. Because they hold that he came up from behind initially, but B'Tervayu he called B'Shteim. And then he hit him on both sides, until they were both moved out of their place. And went up from being moved outside. So how are they going to say? What about the wrestling match that took place? What have to write it at all? If you want to say the injury take place via a match, via a scuffle, not just that he surprise attacked him. That was it. Back into the Gemara. And so the Nachum, that a cloud was the dust of their feet. So that comes to teach you that the dust comes all the way up. Why they call it Gita Nasha Shenisha Mimkaimi? Because it moved from its place, and went upwards. That it says that the weakness of the Gevura is to them. I won't say this out loud, the ladies at home. Rabbi Yosef said, "My dechsiv davar sholach beYaakov v'nafal b'Yisrael." It says there's a thing that was sholach beYaakov v'nafal b'Yisrael. So what's the davar sholach beYaakov? The thing that's sent by Yaakov. Zeh Gid Hanasha. That's the injury of the Gid Hanasha. V'nafal b'Yisrael, and it falls on the Jews. Shepashat Yisuri b'Chol Yisrael. That because of this issue with Yaakov the Gid Hanasha, it spreads out and goes on to all Yisrael. I have to read it.
I'm not sure.
Shem Shmuel.
The Shem Shmuel is the Sefer?
Yeah. The previous ones are the Kudisichas.
Right.
The previous one, the Kudisichas.
But that's not like more before. Started to the very But yeah, the Shem Shmuel is interesting.
They bring you the Kudisichas?
Read after, they bring the beautiful Sefer. Those you want at home, it's on sale. Earn Tree, it's the last one. That's what he tells everybody.
No, but I worked in Alex class.
Good. I bought one from him last year. Anyway,
He thought it was last week. He doesn't
Is
know
the whole
what-
shas of
He
it?
doesn't trust me. He doesn't know what he has in it.
it goes over the whole shot, but not from every single dab. It's
all
a
of
nice,
it.
it's a nice,
All of
it's a nice anthology collection.
There you go.
Davanish will be Yaakov, enough will be Yisrael, because Yisrael. So now the thing that has that starts with Yaakov. It happened to Yaakov. So the Isser was taken upon all the Jews from then on. All the Bnei Yisrael from then on held this Isser. That's what the pasuk says. Let's explain the pasuk in
Because we're the legs of.
In Yisrael.
With the legs, like we're the legs. Sheish meis elef.
Davanish will be Yaakov. The Genush will be Yisrael. Supposed to be Yisrael b'chol Yisrael. V'amar Rabbi Yisrael b'Rebbe Chanina. Rabbi Yisrael Chanina says, "My dechtiv v'tovech tevach v'hachin." Why does it say v'tovech tevach? Now, by the when Yosef has the brothers over for lunch, as they say in French, dinner, the Rashi says, that afternoon meal. And they have a lunch there, and he provides they slaughter the meat. V'tovech tevach. So the Gemara asks, what's the double lashon? Tovech and tevach. So the hechin padal lehem beis hashchita, that he prepared for them to show them the opening of the beis hashchita to show that it was shechted. V'hechin tu gidanasha, and they showed them that we took out the gidanasha. So that's a double lashon of tavech tavach, that they butchered it properly. Sai mitzad shchita, sai mitzad gidanasha, so the brothers would feel comfortable to eat it. V'hechin tu gidanasha v'neim. Command the Omar, Gidanasha Nesel B'neich. That's the one that says that Gidanasha is us and B'nei Neich. Who is the B'nei Neich? The B'nei Yisrael at that point. They're considered, they had the Gedarim of B'nei Neich of them. The Masha asked a nice question. What's the problem?
They kept the old Torah before.
And
What's the
what do we say in the first mission of Chullin? Luckily for us, that's the tractate that we have right in front of us. You don't have to go to the shelf and try to find it. First mission of Chullin, everybody's kosher for shchita, but everybody's kosher, but
Zara guy?
Chutz me.
Zara?
Chavcha kulam tzadikim. No.
so not in the actually not in the first mission itself, but you are close to there. Here's my cool. Our kid said, "Yeah, a guy is not kosher for shchita. Even if you're watching him, which is the case here, that they want to say it's not in the first mission, but it's in the first Gemara.
Did you just say?
He's learning Yom Shchita.
Nice. It's a guy allowed to shech. What if you're watching him? The Mishnah says as long as you're watching these type of people, their shchita, then it'll be good. What?
I'm not sure.
Mohammed al-Gabak that he's standing on top watching?
If it's permitted?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Still the bet.
Ow.
Wait, why?
I mean, in order for the shkita to go, it's...
You said
No,
that to be a bracha.
Nachri shkita is the nevela.
Nachri shchita is nevela. Very good. The Blake Kamenetsky all the way in the Bashkech. Previous last month beer winner, by the way.
Beer winner? What?
Ladies, if you're watching this, single, ready to mingle. And by mingle, I mean shecht. So be careful. I guess be careful, ladies and men, in that case. Look out, world. Hello, world. Lady. All right. Lady K, my man. All right, shkach tight. Learn shchita. He knows the lach shchita. What's the lach shchita? Yeah, the guy says the shechta. The shchita v'noch is nevela. Even if you're standing and watching over him with the whole Gemara in the beginning, the cheresh, the katan, be watching over them and they making sure that they're doing the proper all 6 things. No shehiyah, no techila, whatever. I don't know Hebrew. You know what the Dal Rabbi says? A person's going to be born that they're not going to know the shech in the future. A person going to be born that he's going to know the shchita, the stopping. There's 6 things that he mentions there.
Right? He knows the thing he's born.
Is a person going to be born in the future that knows these six things that are making it possible?
Shahiyah, Drisa, what are the other ones?
Right, yeah. So tavach tevach, that's the mashal silence. How? What's it mean? What's the big deal that they showed them that they shechted it? We keep kosher. Oh, well, look, it's halal. What's what they say? It's halal. Yeah, it was shechted. It's a guy that shechted it. But that's going to help us. Explains the Zohar. Shaposh, V'hachan parel lahen beis hashchita means that he prepared for them the beis hashchita that they themselves should be able to shecht. The butcher came and brought to them and parel lahen beis hashchita. Get the throat ready. You know, they have a. I remember my father used to work in a shachtais when I was a kid. He used to work as a mashkiach, and he would be responsible for taking out Hanasha on the assembly line. And so he did. Yeah, my father did. That's my father. I'm dead. He's Benzel. But so I would go to these. I saw them a couple of times. So they have this. The cow comes in. And there's like this metal rod, iron rod, whatever, and it goes into the thing, and the rod lifts up his head, and there was some water that spritzed out, so that the sheikh goes and cleans off the throat, because you could get like a mud clump stuck there or whatever, and it have to be a clean. There has to be a clean opening. You know, the place you're going to sheikh it has to be clean. There can't be anything stuck over there. It's going to nick the blade. It's not really a smooth thing. So there's water. The water spritzed out onto the throat, so they can go and he wipes it down and he makes sure everything's smooth over there. So parla had beis hashchita. That's what he did. He wiped it down and making sure everything's smooth. There's no tichs in the way, and they're able to do a clean shchita. Zek the mashal, brilliant. But he also showed them that he takes out the Hanasha. The Hanasha guy owes a lot to take out, as long as he knows right. Come on, down. Next Gemara. 4 lines from the bottom. Yaakov was there by himself, left over. Yaakov was there after he brought everybody across the Yabuk. He's left alone. What's the shot? So we learned the Rashi, so we know shot. Amar Rabbi Elazar, Shinishtayer, Apachin Katan. Because he was left there going for small drugs, small pachin, small drugs. There's a couple of little items that are left behind. Mikan, we learn from here the tzaddikim shechol leimamayim yesim gufum that their possession is more dear to them than their body. The rich go like their possession. Why? The kol what do you mean? How are they materialistic? The fish ain't punching them because they know so well. They're so honest. There would never, ever, nothing come into their possession that would be have even a shemetz minay of gezer. And everything that they acquire only with the complete and utter honesty. So of course that they work halachically so securely in they get in their possession, so that that's dear to them because they got us through Torah. The kochel and the fish ain't pressure them against them. Now the pasuk says, they wrestled till dawn. This famous Gemara for those of you who learn Pshachim Daf Dalet. Mikan the Talmid Chacham. So what? Oh, this rings some bells, don't it? Yeah. Not to go out alone at night. There's a whole sugya, beautiful sugya. And we can learn the Taisus and learn the Mashal and the Taisus over here. Talmid Chacham shouldn't be alone at night. Because this is what happened to Yaakov Avinu. He was alone at night and the Mazikin got him.
And that's the shluchas of the Rabbi.
Then you're on a mitzvah. If you're mitzvah, you protect them.
No, it's not a mitzvah deraisa, but it's the shluchas of the Rabbi.
Specifically,
he says, he points out. Well, but anybody should go. This is Marshal said something interesting. What do you mean? Just a Talmid Chacham? Nobody should go at night. We learned from on Daf Beis that when he sends out the people. So my dad, right? He sends out the brothers in the morning light. So we learn out that people shouldn't go at night by themselves. So what is the problem? Talmid Chacham. What do you mean? And nobody should go at night. What are you pointing out, Talmid Chacham? So the Marshal says on this also. Somebody told me. You would think that a Talmid Chacham is going to be protected because of his Torah. You would think a Talmid Chacham, he's a protector. He learned all these. The Torah will be a mugging for him that against the Mazikin at night. Talmud Leimer, no. You should be careful not to go out at night for the mistake. Nowadays, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, you guys shouldn't go out at night for other reasons. You're not alone for sure. No with friends. There's a Gemara in Bracha that says that the Talmud shouldn't go out at night because people are going to suspect of him. Wow, what's he doing? What's he doing, hulking around at night, thinking of going somewhere. Maybe he's going to a house of ill repute. Right? And they're going to start having a big happening, and that's how rumors start. And that's our reputation to get shredded. Come on up.
The Torah is supposed to protect us wherever we go.
It does protect us wherever we go. There's a Gemara in Tzeicha that talks about
You're not an idiot.
the mitzvahs of the Torah, how long the Torah is protected, how long the mitzvahs is protected. Talk about Achitayv.
So let's go to East Jerusalem.
Except for East Jerusalem.
Even if you're,
The Torah says, don't put yourself in a place of danger. Also.
even if you're,
You guys are fine. So.
even if you're a wise student, you can't go out alone.
Don't go out alone at night. Always make sure you have a wingman or two. Alright, so maybe that's not what it's saying exactly.
Don't go out alone.
No, you have to have a wingman, a malach protecting you.
Oh, man with wings. There you go. A winged man.
A winged
Or, and ideally, a winged horse.
Winged man.
On, Pegasus, on.
Is it weird that I'm gonna get in a wrestling match with
He's a
the
unicorn, you have double protection.
Then you really got trouble.
like the injury I've had.
Then you've already had too many during the day. You shouldn't be drinking that much in the daytime, man. You should wait till you can sleep it up.
Too much absent.
And that's the chiddush. You think that Talmud Chacham maybe you would have, you'd have a free run at this one, but there's a couple Gemaras that say dafka why you shouldn't go out at night by yourself. Anyway, the Bracha says for one reason that people shouldn't have any meetings. Anyway, so here he said that he couldn't do that. From Yishur the story of Yaakov, there's a nezik, there's a mamash from the Mazikin, like the demons. We have an amazing story like that. I mean, you think about this thing, this idea. There's the Torah is on many levels, and it's for levels for us to understand things to teach us. And we as a person, sometimes a person wrestles with his demons at night. How many times have you? Sometimes you're like it's not time, and that's when you're thinking the heart comes out, whatever it is, and it can make you crazy. And you wrestle with it all night long, and you don't always come out. Sometimes you come out limping. Sometimes you get So it's a mamash struggle, and you think what's the hope? What's the point of it all? And you're just wrestling with demons. Come to Talmud Leimer, Torah comes to teach us. Beautiful story, Yaakov. Don't worry, this is for your betterment. This is for your own good. It's for the big blessings that you're going to get. What happens at the end of the story? He defeats the son of Esav. He gets the brachas. His whole name is changed. His whole mazel, his whole metzias, and horse is changed. So if you're struggling, it's a person who can struggle with the demons all night long. You know that everything's going to be fine. You learn chassidus, and it's meshani mehus, and you'll be named by Yisrael. You no longer be Yaakov. I haven't learned it, so I don't want to I don't want to read it into not his stomach. All right, so this is brought down in the Sefer. On the part that we say that he thought he was an idol worshiper, or he thought he was a Talmud Chacham. So these are two very kind of opposites. What are you going to think? Amar Baal Ebni Nezer, so the Baal Ebni Nezer says, that he was wrestling with the Samach Mem. Shua Shatan Vu Yetzirah. He was wrestling with the Shatan and Yetzirah. We know what that's like. What does he do? That's the way to seduce a person into sinning. And how does he do it? He does it in one of two ways. It comes like a Talmud Chacham, and maybe the Chacham is you bring the proof of the Torah. Don't worry, you can be do this. It's cool. Look, the Torah says you should do it. Shema is not an Aveda. I know you're worried about Avedas because this isn't an Aveda. A mitzvah dafka, it's dafka mitzvah you should do. V'chayim I say, it's none that you're obligated to do it. And sometimes the fam comes like a guy that he cannot overcome desire. That's how he talks to him. That's how the Yitzhak comes talk to him. It's impossible, dude. We got to put out the fire, man. There's no way you can overcome this title. But Adam is Yayish, and the person's going to give up and believe him. The Afim Adam is Gabel 11, and even if a person target does misgabel and is victorious, because it's nevertheless he walks away limping, right? He doesn't come out scot free. It's a pugum. Take a kaf yerach Yaakov that the top that he hit his fabo. It's connected to his hip. I'll hit his tshuva, and because of this hitter that he had that night, he tagas the tshuva. Zeshakasav matzil ani mechazak memenu v'ani b'yevin megeisa. Mechazak memenu, Hashem saves the ani from those stronger than him, and the ani evim from the poor person from his thief. So what does it mean stronger than him? Zeo Ketal Chacham, that's when it comes like a Ketal Chacham. Hainu Ganav, that's when, and that's the and the Ganav the ani v'yevin megeisa. That's a Chavim like Gaza.
Because they steal your levushim.
They steal your levushim. They get in your machshavas. They sneak in and they take them over. So it says, even for this, it's a pogrom to you, and you to try to do tshuva for this.
We see that we have the power.
We have the power. It's the whole point of the experience is that you should do tshuva, because tshuva could take you to a greater place than if you never had that experience before. Dr. Gemara weiter the other page for the limud. All right.
Thank you.
Rabbi Abba Bar Kahana Omar.
Kana? What?
Rabbi Abba Bar Kahana says, no, where do we learn the din of Talmud Chacham? We shouldn't go all night. We learn from a different pasuk. Next page, Shadak Al, Almad base, on the top. Hine, whose Zayna is gay and has items, the pasuk in Rus. That boss was say they said about him that he's stealing in the middle of the field. He didn't go out. He didn't want to leave because it was nighttime. He didn't go by long. Rabbi Yavo Amar Mahachar. Rabbi said, no, here's from where we learn in Talmud Chacham. They ask him, "I'm Rabbi Kid." We need to be close to the etc.
What are we learning?
They learn about that. Why should a Talmud Chacham? We had this Gemara Pesachim. And we want to learn out from that from Avram went by the Kedah. That's how we learn out. Sorry, doesn't like that Kirsa. But Rabbanan says from here, he learns it out from the pasuk in Vayeshev where Yaakov tells Yosef to go check out on his brothers. He says go see. So the see is Mustamed, that it's daytime. It shouldn't go night. That the sun set for him, and so therefore he went to rest. Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva says, "Sha'ati Rabbi Gamliel, Rabbi Yeshua." So Rabbi Akiva, remember he was